Two friends went to see a cement cross on a hill in San Francisco. They spent some time taking photos until they noticed a man who hadn't been there earlier. He began moving toward them slowly, so they decided to leave. They watched him head down a muddy path and figured he was gone, but he came back, this time moving downhill quickly. They walked past him, hurried back up the trail, and recorded him for safety. Then they took a different route down. But at the bottom, he appeared again and suddenly started running toward them. They bolted to the street and called for help. When police took their statements, they didn't seem convinced. Later, the friends posted the footage on Reddit asking for opinions, and responses were divided. Was he just a jogger or an actual creep? A man was hiking through a nearby forest. As he moved off the trail, he noticed a humanoid figure ahead. Getting closer, he realized it wasn't a person at all, but a human-shaped form made entirely of brown packing tape, standing upright. There was no one around and it looked recently placed, not yet worn down by the weather. Feeling unsettled, the man backed away and left the area, still wondering what something like that was doing there and what purpose it might have served. A TikTok user in Sacramento was building a fence when he noticed movement in the bushes near his property.
Look, dude, she couldn't find her way over there, so now she's over here. She's back in here trying to fucking find a way into my property. Do you see her? Look at that face. Oh my god. It's right there staring at me. Dude, how fucking scary is that shit? Oh my god, dude. What the fuck? She's crawling through all this shit, bro.
At first, it looked like shifting shadows, but then a woman appeared, crawling through the foliage. Was she a prowler, someone in trouble, or part of a prank? Her reason for being there was never explained. A man was hiking when he came across a bear den and recorded this video. Take a look.
I'm in the middle of this bear den, and look at this. Look at this female bear. She's just sleeping. She's under her pile of leaves. There's the rest of her den deep inside the cave here, but what an amazing experience here.
A large female bear was resting under a pile of leaves. He watched her quietly for a moment, then left her alone. I'm assuming he was a professional because this is incredibly dangerous. Imagine if the bear had woken up. Never try something like this on your own. In April 2018, 34-year-old Paul Daniel Smith tried to run from deputies in Florida after resisting arrest. He sprinted into a dense forest and slipped into a swampy patch, sinking almost to his neck in thick, foul mud. He desperately hoped the swamp would hide him, but a canine named Knox picked up his trail within minutes.
Stop resisting, all right?
Listen,
I'm not. I know. You're coming out, okay?
I know that.
All right.
So stop being stupid and listen. I'm not. I'm trying to.
Cuff him.
Completely stuck and unable to move, Smith likely would not have made it out of there on his own. Officers eventually pulled him out and took him into custody. On May 8, 2008, Joshua "Josh" Maddox, just 18 years old, left his home in Woodland Park, Colorado, telling his sister he was going for a hike. He often did this and normally returned within hours. Josh was known as a peaceful, creative teen, 6 feet tall, blonde hair, who loved playing guitar, writing, and roaming the woods alone. But that day, he never came home. 5 days later, his father reported him missing. Search teams combed the forests and trails around their home, but found nothing. No tracks, no clothing, no signs of a struggle. For 7 years, Josh remained missing. His sister Kate believed he had left to start a new life, maybe traveling, writing, or playing music. But the truth was far more disturbing. In August of 2015, just a short walk from the Maddox home, a developer named Chuck Murphy began tearing down an old abandoned cabin hidden deep in the woods. Inside the chimney, workers made a horrifying discovery: the mummified remains of Josh Maddox. He was found in a fetal position, wearing only a thin thermal shirt. His other clothing had been found folded right next to the cabin's fireplace. The coroner first ruled Josh's death an accident, claiming Josh might have tried to crawl down the chimney and gotten stuck. But Chuck Murphy strongly rejected that idea.
That fireplace had rebar over the chimney, so no animals could get in.
Pointing out that the chimney had been sealed with heavy metal wiring to block entry, and that the wiring had been removed manually some time before the body was discovered.
It wasn't an accident, it was a murder.
There was also disturbing rumors linking Josh's disappearance to a man named Andrew Richard Newman, a violent offender who was later implicated in other deaths, and was once overheard bragging that he had put Josh in a hole. Yet even with these leads, there was no formal murder investigation and no charges. To this day, the death of Josh Maddox remains one of Colorado's most chilling mysteries. This person entered the woods early one morning. The forest was silent, still, until he suddenly came face to face with this. A huge deer stood motionless in the clearing, staring directly at him. The man slowly backed away, keeping eye contact the entire time. Fortunately, he managed to walk out of the woods unharmed. Late one night, around 2 a.m., a family in rural northeast Oklahoma had a strange encounter outside their home. The brother stepped out with a thermal scope, and what he saw left them unsettled. About 110 to 120 yards away, an object stood completely still. He watched it for 5 minutes, even making noise to try to get it to move, but it didn't budge. Later, they recreated the scene to gauge its size. Standing in its place, they realized it would be over 4 feet tall, yet on the thermal scope, the object was far less defined than a human body would be at that distance. They know bears roam the area, but this didn't behave like any bear they've seen. After some research into Oklahoma cryptids, they wondered if it could be an Ishkatini, though they suspect there's probably a much simpler explanation. Whatever it was, the footage has left their family uneasy, and they're asking for answers. A 65-year-old hunter from Selma survived nearly 3 weeks alone in the Sierra National Forest. He left for a one-day trip on October 13th, but took a wrong turn. A sudden snowstorm and a dead truck left him stranded near Swamp Lake Trail. He stayed inside his truck, rationed food, and tried to keep warm. After running low on supplies, he began walking through steep and rocky ground. He fell several times and lost his phone. After days of moving through the forest, he finally saw a vehicle. The men inside recognized him and helped him. He was treated for dehydration and reunited with his wife. A security camera in Old North Cemetery in New Hampshire recorded a terrifying scene one night. A human-like figure was seen moving between the graves. The shape looked pale and faint, human, but not entirely. Do you think it was just a person, or could it be a spirit lingering around the cemetery? A couple was hiking a mountain trail when suddenly thousands of small stones began sliding down in a steady stream, almost like a river. They kept watching, trying to understand what was happening, and posted a video online. Many people warned them they should probably leave immediately, since this could be the start of a massive landslide. Luckily, they were already near the end of the trail and headed home soon after. A man was driving home through a quiet shortcut at night when suddenly this happened. A group of men emerged from the bushes, carrying sticks and canes. The video cuts off the moment they reach his door. No one knows what happened after that, but it seems the man made it out. Many believe it was a burglary, but no one knows for sure. Imagine witnessing something like this in the middle of the night. In December 1968, 20-year-old Barbara Jane Mackle lived through one of the most horrifying ordeals imaginable. She was kidnapped from a Georgia motel and sealed inside a fiberglass coffin-like box buried underground. The box had air tubes, a small lamp, a jug of sedative-mixed water, and a little food. But almost no room to move, no way to escape, and no way to know if help would ever come. Her kidnappers demanded ransom and left her buried alive. For 4 long days, she lay trapped beneath the earth. After the ransom was delivered, FBI agents located the burial site and dug frantically until they reached the box. Barbara had been underground for 83 hours. When the lid was finally opened, she was dehydrated, weak, and barely conscious, but alive. Her kidnappers were eventually tracked down and arrested, and Barbara's ordeal remains one of the most intense and unbelievable survival stories in American crime history. The creator of this video visited a swamp that locals claim has no bottom. The footage, uploaded on August 29, 2023, takes place in the Black Swamp, a place surrounded by eerie legends and ghost stories. To this day, no one knows how deep the swamp truly is. Every attempt to measure it has failed. Cables snap, divers sink, and more than 10 people have drowned without their bodies ever being recovered. Some locals even believe over 100 people have vanished here in the last decade. The video shows the explorer drifting out from the shoreline to the center of the swamp around 2 a.m. Then, something strange happened.
Вокруг меня происходят нереально стрёмные звуки. Тут такое ощущение, что вокруг меня плавает. И это просто дико не по себе. Вы себе не представляете, насколько это стрёмно. Слышите?
As he reached the center, the water began to bubble, as if something was moving just beneath the boat. Moments later, he heard this.
Что это, Блин, что делать?
To this day, he has no explanation for who or what made that sound. Around 20 years ago, Reddit user Mr. Tato12's mom visited a closed castle in the UK. She snapped a quick photo and remembered clearly. No one was inside the grounds except 2 people near the entrance. But when the picture developed, a black silhouette appeared in a spot where the floor no longer existed. Their family has questioned it for years. Now studying film production, the Reddit user has tried to explain the image using everything he knows about cameras, but still can't find a clear answer. This single photo remains an unresolved case. Tourists at Yellowstone National Park got a little too close to a family of black bears crossing a bridge. In the video, the mother bear suddenly charges toward a group of visitors trying to protect her cubs. It's a reminder of how fast things can turn dangerous when people ignore distance rules around wildlife. Thankfully, no one was hurt. An elderly man with dementia had been reported missing in Maine. A local news crew was covering his disappearance, broadcasting live in May 2013 when something unexpected happened. Norm Carcosi, a reporter with ABC's WMTW in Portland, was suddenly approached by Robert McDonough, the very man they had been looking for. McDonough appeared in the background, walking toward the news crew.
Sorry, must have missed.
Anybody give a phone call?
I'm calling the warden service. They're at the
I'm still on the phone.
This is Bob. This is you. I can identify him as Bob McDonough.
I think so. It's Bob McDonough. Yeah. He looks a lot like a
Watch
guy.
yourself. Watch yourself here, sir.
Yeah. That's Bob McDonough. I guess I can hang up now? No, that's an exclusive story. Is that?
How are you?
All right.
Good. How you feeling?
Perfect.
I'm Jerry, man. Been looking for you for a while. You hurt or anything? No. You cold?
Hey.
No. You look wet. Yeah, they're a little wet. Yeah. I tell you what, we're gonna have a rescue come over and just talk to you, take your temperature, and check your blood pressure and stuff.
The community had been worried sick, as he had been missing for 14 hours. Authorities launched a full search, calling in official resources and enlisting the help of concerned citizens.
Well, sometimes timing is everything, Aaron and Shannon, and good news and a happy ending right now. The gentleman behind us you're looking at, that is Robert McDonough. We were doing our last live shot at the bottom of the hour, and we saw a gentleman just kind of walk up behind us, and he identified himself as Bob McDonough.
It was a heartwarming moment, captured live, as the crew realized they had found the very person everyone had been desperately searching for. Thankfully, McDonough was safe and in stable health, though a little disoriented. In 1991, Erika and Helmut Simon were hiking in the Austrian Alps when they stumbled upon something astonishing. A human body was partially exposed from the melting ice. At first, everyone assumed it was a recent fatality, perhaps a lost mountaineer. But experts soon confirmed the truth. This was Oetzi, a man who died over 5,300 years ago, perfectly preserved by the glacier. Near him lay his tools and belongings: a bow, arrows, knife, copper axe, and even fragments of his clothing. Later scans revealed he had been struck by an arrow, suggesting he was murdered. What began as a quiet alpine hike had uncovered one of the oldest murder mysteries in human history. A woman living in a forest in the United States woke up to her dogs acting strangely. She followed them outside and found this in her yard.
This damn monkey is in my yard.
Obviously, monkeys don't live in the wild in the US, so none of it made sense. It must have been an escaped monkey. Definitely a strange occurrence, not easily explained. A family was hiking when they spotted an unidentifiable object in the sky. They recorded it and shared the video online.
Oh, there it is. Gotcha. Look at that. Go away, fly. Bastard. Lego, get rid of that fly for me, mate.
You see it?
Yeah, it's black.
It's just staying there in one place. Been there for ages.
I wonder what it's doing.
Is that UFO putting duck for eagle to win World Cup?
Yeah, it's Putin, mate. It's the Russians. That's a superb UFO.
How is it tube shaped?
Cigar shaped.
How?
Wow. It might be just a saucer that sit on its side.
Most viewers couldn't identify it, saying it must be something unknown. Others suggested it was a balloon. The footage remains vague. What do you think it could be? A person visited Hanchurch Woods in the UK in November 2011. Over the years, locals have reported strange sightings there, many describing the sensation of being watched or hearing footsteps when alone. The visitor went there for a simple investigation and took multiple photos, but later, while reviewing them, something stood out. A faint figure appeared at the edge of one of the shots, resembling a woman wearing a large hat. No one else had been in that part of the woods, and the image was confirmed to be original and unedited. Whether it was pareidolia or something we can't explain, the photo only adds to the mystery that surrounds Hanchurch Woods. A couple in France was walking one night when they noticed a bright red capsule-shaped object moving overhead.
Mais ça bouge?
Wow. Oh. Aïe.
It had no wings, made no sound, and showed no clear structure. Just a steady red glow drifting across the sky. Was it a drone or something entirely unfamiliar? They posted the video online, but no one has been able to explain exactly what they saw. A Reddit user was hiking when he passed a narrow bridge near a campsite. It was covered with small plush toys. The sight immediately gave off a strange, unsettling vibe. He posted it online, wondering if anyone else would be creeped out by it. 15 years ago, a man captured a series of images on his trail cameras that shook him to his core. In the photos, a strange creature appears, something resembling a dogman or wolf-like figure standing upright. The resolution is rough, but the outline and posture are clear enough to see it's not any ordinary animal. Whatever he photographed that night, it remains one of the most unsettling images ever caught on a trail cam. Fish like Mike and his friend were fishing on a lake when a helicopter flew by. Take a look.
Oh, get that on video. It's gonna spray. Look at that. They're spraying into the water. I'm sure that's great for the fish and for everybody. Wow.
The helicopter appeared to be spraying something onto the water. Many commenters agree that whatever it was, it couldn't have been healthy. Can anyone explain what it was and why they were doing it? Reddit user EnviroPirate took this photo just 15 minutes before sharing it online. It was captured on a rural property and showed a strange shape rising behind a fire. The area already had a reputation for being eerie, and the figure in the image looked almost human. It appeared in only one shot, which made it stand out even more. It's probably just a lens flare from the flames. The outline matches the fire's shape almost perfectly. But I'll admit, the form looks very defined, very human. Someone recently stumbled upon a strange image on Google Maps while looking for a hiking area. On Google Street View, near the Bears Ears Visitor Center in Barf, southeast of Salt Lake City, Utah, something bizarre appeared. A naked creature with long, floppy arms. The figure looked like it was dashing across a field, limbs trailing behind it in a strangely comical way. People immediately started speculating. Was it an undiscovered creature, an alien visitor? But the truth was far less mysterious. The creature was actually just a farm scarecrow, meant to keep animals and curious visitors away. A group of hunters camping deep in the woods began hearing strange noises. Rocks being thrown, heavy steps, and unsettling sounds echoing around their site. At first they assumed it had to be a bear, but curiosity got the better of them and they decided to investigate. As the camera panned across the trees, they suddenly captured this.
Did he catch anything earlier? No, he didn't. He got some hits there. He's been trolling out there. Des, is that a bear? Get your camera. Come here. I can't see it. Can you see it? I don't see anything. Oh, look at the size of that thing! Oh, dude, that's not a bear. That's not a bear.
A figure moving swiftly through the scene, not on four legs, but upright, walking like a bipedal creature. The hunters were left shaken, unsure of what they had just stumbled upon. And of course, the cameraman could not hold the camera steady. Was it fear that made his hands shake, or could the entire encounter have been staged? A man driving his motorbike decided to have a little break by the roadside. But then, this happened. A bulldozer moving down the same road drifted out of control. For a split second, it looked impossible for him to survive, but luckily, he survived, and there were no severe injuries. During a late-night hike, this man recorded something in the sky he couldn't quite explain.
Sí, es. Es un avión, güey.
¡Sara! No es, cabrón, si no te hace ruido.
¡No, es un ovni! ¡Ven a verlo! ¡Te paso fotos! ¡Un ovni!
Está haciendo ruido, güey.
Ahí está. Es un avión, coño.
¿No es?
Sí, es de lucecita.
No mames, no es avión, ¿cómo es avión de tamaño, hijo de puta? No mames.
Sí, es altísimo, coño.
No, güey, no es avión, esa madre. No chingues. El avión no tiene luz hacia los lados, coño.
Es por la, ¿cómo se llama?
Debería estar prendiendo azul y blanco, debería estar prendiendo rojo, coño.
Sí tiene color rojo, coño.
No tiene, coño.
Sí tiene, güey. Es un avión, coño.
Es una sola luz, no es una sola luz, güey.
Es un avión, coño.
Behind the clouds, a bright light appeared. It moved slowly before fading back into the clouds. A woman was hiking in the forest when she thought she had found something unusual, so she began recording.
Hello from the big Romanian giant that is a stone giant. And I'm going to explain to you because you'll see it anyway. So this is his foot, the leg. This is the body. This is his hand underneath. And then his head is actually said that it's actually here, and this is his eye. So this is the nose. Yes, and that is the one eye and the other. So this is the head. So this giant actually, it said that it's the one that when he's going to wake up.
She pointed out what she believed were the foot, leg, torso, and head of a giant shape hidden in the landscape. Romania holds an old legend about a giant who fought against evil forces long ago. After his final battle, he lay down to rest and never woke up. Over time, his body turned to stone, becoming part of the mountain itself. She believes this might be that giant. And for more goosebumps, watch this next one.